Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year. Happy 2025. Can you believe we're in 2025? It just doesn't seem real. But here we are, and I'm thankful to still be here and continuing on with my newest hobby, which is sourdough bread. If you've been watching any of my videos, this is my latest creation. I made this morning. And as you can see, it turned out great. We've already sampled it this morning with toast. But anyway, just wanted to once again kind of speak to the estranged parents and grandparents out there like myself. If you've been on my channel at all, you know that I'm 7 years, well, going on 7 years. It'll be 7 years in May since I've seen my daughter, since she estranged from me and took my 3 grandchildren. It was not like I lived a few states away and saw them every so often. They actually lived with me quite a bit over at least the first 8 years of my oldest grandchild's life. But anyway, life has to go on and you have to make a life for yourself. And I'm on several Facebook and social media places for estranged grandparents, and I see it every day. People that are newer into this than I am, maybe even as little as 8 weeks or a couple of weeks up to a few months, and they're just struggling. And boy, I've been there. I know how it is. It's really tough. You just can't believe that it's not going to work. That it's not going to work out. But anyway, a lot of us are into it further down the road, like me, a few years into it. And so I just want to encourage everyone, once again, if you're in that situation, to really intentionally make a life for yourself. And it's possible. You can do that. And of course, you always grieve your children. You always want your children in your life. That will never change. But you learn how to live and go forward without it. Excuse me, just one second. Don't cry. Don't cry. Henry. I have 2 baby Shih Tzus, and one of them likes to cry. And then when one cries, they both cry. So you're probably gonna hear it. Henry, no. Anyway, I'm gonna continue on because that's probably something that's just gonna happen anyway. So anyway, I don't really make resolutions because those tend to be things that nobody can keep up or do keep up, but just one second. Better. I apologize, but I'm gonna keep rolling because I want to get this done. So what I've decided to do is write this whole story out. It's a long story. It goes back to my daughter's teenage years, earlier teenage years, and how she met and began a relationship with the father of my 3 grandchildren. They all had the same father, but it's a long and very rocky, difficult road. So I know none of the children are ever going to know the entire story about how did we get here. And I find later in life that that's a question at least I've been asking myself with things in my life, and I think a lot of us do. A lot of people end up in therapy, you know, trying to figure out what makes me do this or what made me do that. And it goes way back normally. So I'm hoping that if I just sit down and write out the story, at least from the early teenage years and on through, that it might help my grandchildren at some point if they're interested, if they want to read it. They might not want to, and that's up to them. But if they want to, I realized, I was thinking about this the other night, and there's no one that is going to tell them the story, no one that knows the story like I do, because I was there and very much involved. Unfortunately, some years I did not want to be, but I was, and trying to help my daughter. So anyway, that's kind of a resolution. I'm going to take my time, and I've been kind of working on it a little bit each day, writing a few sentences or maybe even a couple of paragraphs. I'm not rushing. I've got the entire year if I want to take it. It's a long story. There's a lot involved, a lot of twists and turns, and a lot of things that happen that I don't think the kids are ever going to know unless I write it down. So that's what I'm doing. I don't know if any of you have similar stories, a lot of history going on with your adult estranged child, but I think you probably do. And you might consider just beginning to take this year to sit down and write those stories out, because one of these days children might want to know how it all came to be. And unfortunately, the truth that a lot of these children, including my grandchildren, are not being told. So anyway, I hope you're all having a good start to your new year, and this is meant to be a positive. I don't mean it to sound negative. It's meant to be a positive because I think this can be very helpful later in life, whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, or even 60s, to be able to read something and go, oh, okay, that makes sense. Now I put the pieces together. That's, why she did this maybe, or whatever. So anyway, I hope that helps somebody, and I hope you're all off to a good start. And I just would ask that you please subscribe to my channel. I do love home decor, and I've already taken down quite a bit of my Christmas, not my trees, but everything else. And I'll be doing some decorating videos again shortly. So I hope you'll come back and watch, and I thank you so much for watching. And I love comments and suggestions. If you're an estranged parent or grandparent out there, if you've done some things that have helped you, I always love to hear that. So anyway, I hope you're having a great day. Make it a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.